After the second and fourth inning, we will be taking a 5.
And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome here to Troy, Alabama, where we are at the Dixie Youth Major State Tournament. This is the game between the undefeated Headland squad and the Suburban West squad, which comes in at 1-1. The winners to advance to the championship round. And that's kind of strange when I say the winner, because if Headland wins, they will advance. They will be undefeated. If Suburban West wins, we will have 3 teams that will all be 1-1, and that will mean we will have a game at 3 and a game at 7 tomorrow. Mike Flowers here with you on JockJive. Glad you joined us here this afternoon. Sun is shining brightly, warm evening, but we're about ready to go here between Headland and Suburban West. Suburban West, the visiting team. Headland being undefeated, being the home team. Jake Johnson will be pitching for Headland, and leading off will be Rodney Richardson.
Suburban West, number 8, Rodney Richardson.
So Rodney Richardson steps in, and we're underway. First pitch is cut on and missed. And it's 0-1. We're on field 3 here in Troy, Alabama. That pitch is cut on and missed, 0-2. So Johnson quickly ahead in the count. Sun is shining right in our face here, and you can look on the camera and see it's setting down the left field line. Squaring around as if to bunt, and it's called a strike. Richardson
now batting, number 12,
for
Jamarcus
for the first out. And Jamarcus Webb will step in there. Jamarcus, a left-handed batter. Against Suburban, 1-1 on the year, coached by Eric Brown, Andre Hall, and Jonathan Applin. And that pitch is in there for a strike. Johnson's next pitch, and that is grounded foul out of play, 0-2. Suburban West with the blue tops and the green numbers, a la the Seattle Seahawks if you follow the NFL. That pitch is high, 1-2. But again, glad you've joined us here on JockJive as we are doing Dixie Youth Majors this afternoon. AAA tournament is still ongoing. There's a couple of games on fields 1 and 2, and the majors are on 3 and 4. That pitch to Webb's inside. He dances out of the way. So the 2-2 pitch grounded to the shortstop. Fields over the first in plenty of time for out number 2.
Now batting, number 9, Caden Morrell.
And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Caden Morrell. Good play by Mason Steele over to Parker Littlefield. So 2 outs in the inning. That pitch is outside. 1-0 the count. Fans have their tents on either side of the lines here, staring into the sun. The rain has avoided us today. No delay yet. That pitch is a bit high. 2-0 to count. Morrell stands in there. Right-handed batter holds that bat high. And that one is hit to the first baseman and foul down the line. So we'll retrieve the ball and we'll get back into play. Again, Headland undefeated, Suburban West 1-1. That pitch tails off the plate, 3-1. And mercifully, the cloud goes in front of the sun here, giving us a 3-second break. That pitch is on the inside corner for a strike, 3-2. And that pitch is popped over the shortstop's head, and that's a base hit for Morrell. So Caden reaches.
Now batting, number 1, James Carver.
One runner at first with 2 outs, and James Carver, the cleanup batter, steps in there. Left-handed batter. That pitch popped a mitt, but it's a ball, 1-0. And that pitch is fouled back to the screen right in front of us. Count is level at 1-1. Just underway here, top of the first inning. No score between Suburban West and Headland. That pitch gets away. Morrell will scamper the second. 2-1 count. And a runner in scoring position. Carver took a good look at that pitch. Didn't swing. It was in the strike zone, 2-2. So Johnson deals. That one's grounded weakly foul. So we'll do it all over again. Still 2-2. Runner will have to retreat back to second. And Carver will step back into the box there. That pitch is high, 3-2. So full count here to the cleanup batter, James Carver. And that's outside, and he walks. It gets away. The runner will try to advance to third, throw down, and he's safe.
Now batting for Suburban, number 10, DeSimeon Simpson.
So a base on ball, and that brings up DeSimeon Simpson, the center fielder. 2 outs, runners at first and third. Runner goes from first. They throw through, throw down. And they say safe. Close play at second, but he's in there safely, so a stolen base for Carver. Pitch was a ball, 1-0. That pitch is high, 2-0. So Johnson, who easily got the first two out, has struggled here with the 3-4 and now the 5-hitter, and now they're going to go out and talk to him. Infield comes in for a meeting. And now the manager leaves and the meeting will break up. Headland is coached by Jason Steele, Denny Steele, and Marvin Murphy. So the 2-0 pitch to Simpson, grounded to the second baseman, over to first, and that's the inning. So Suburban West, they threaten,
your pitcher
they
has now
leave two,
24 pitches.
but they do
Headland,
not
your
score.
pitcher
We
has
go to the bottom of the
24
first.
pitches.
No score here. Headland coming to back. 2017 Dixie Youth Major State Tournament from Troy, Alabama, here on JockJive. Well, we're going to the bottom of the first inning. Headland will send up the top of their order, Murphy, Steele, and Weatherly. And they'll face Jamarcus Webb, who is completing his warm-up tosses. Want to remind you, if you want a DVD of any game broadcast during this year's tournament, simply email info@JockJive and we'll get the process started. DVDs are $10 per game plus shipping and handling. That's info@jockjive.com. And for the majors, that starts with this game, since this is the first one we're broadcasting. We'll be doing the rest of the games tomorrow. So Justin
Leading off for
Murphy
Headland,
will lead it off.
number 10, Justin Murphy.
Murphy, right-handed batter, steps in there. Infield playing up. And Murphy swings and misses through it. 0-1 to count. Webb's second pitch is outside, 1-1. The cloud that was giving us some shade has now moved, and the sun is shining brightly right in the face of the batter. And that one is smoked. And that will get down for a base hit to left field. And now he's going to try to go to second as the ball gets away. And Murphy's going to trot into third, and they may wave him home. Throw is high. He's coming home, and he's going to score. 1-0 Headland. Well, it was a routine base hit that turned into a run.
Now batting for Headland, number 3, Mason Steele.
So Mason Steele steps to the plate, and it's 1-0 Headland. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1 to count. So a hit to left field, overthrown to the infield. Runner takes second and third, then thrown away as it was thrown to home plate, and the runner scampers in. Fouled out of play, 0-2 the count. That pitch is outside. 1-2 the count here to Mason Steele. And he pops that one into left field, and it's going to be gone. Right down the line, opposite field shot, and Steele has homered, and it's 2-0. Opposite field home run. And it's 2-0 Headland.
Now batting for Headland, number 7, Trent Weatherly.
Wow, that was couldn't have placed it more perfectly. So Weatherly steps in there. That pitch is in, well, thought it was in there on the inside corner. They call it a ball, 1-0. What do I know? That pitch is behind the batter. That's a ball, 2-0 the count. Jamarcus Webb struggling here in the first. He's given up 2 hits, and 2 runs have scored. Webb deals, and that one is hit, and that will get down for a base hit. Runner goes from first, stands up at second with a double, and Weatherly stands at second.
Now batting for Headland, number 1, Connor Jones.
So Connor Jones steps in there. Everybody's gotten a hit so far. 2-0. That pitch is outside. Good play by the catcher as he reached over and grabbed it. Backhanded stop. That's Brentarius Manigan. That pitch skips by that time. Manigan couldn't stop it, and the runner will stand at third. So a runner at third, nobody out. Headland already up 2-0. Connor Jones. And that one skips away. The runner tries to come home. Throw is not in time, and he's safe. And it's 3-0. So the first 3 have reached, and the first 3 have scored. Headland on top here. And it's a 3-0 count to Connor Jones. That pitch is a ball, and Jones will reach first on a walk.
Now batting, number 2, Luke Nelson.
And Luke Nelson, a lanky right-handed batter, steps in there. So Headland impressive here in their first at bat. That pitch is high. 1-0 the count. Nelson wiggles that bat, cuts and fouls it. 1-1 the count. Again, sun shining into the eyes of the catcher and batter. And umpire and those of us in the press box. That pitch is in there for a strike. The runner delays, steals. He will go into second, and he is safe. Ball gets away, but not far enough to advance. So a runner in scoring position. Webb deals, and that one is hit. And that'll be a base hit. And runners will be at second and third.
Now batting, number 11, Jake Johnson.
So Jake Johnson, the pitcher, up. Everything going right for Headland right now, 3-0. Back up the box, and it's through for a base hit. Right through the wickets, as they say. One run in. Here comes the throw to the plate. They run the runner back, but Johnson goes to second. It's 4-0. Johnson with a base hit and an RBI.
Now batting, number 14, Cole Goodson.
And Cole Goodson stands in there. Nobody out in the inning, 4 across. That pitch is just inside, 1-0 to count. So the right fielder, Goodson, stands in there. That one is high. He ducks out of the way, 2-0. Second and third, nobody out, 4 in here, bottom of the first. Pitch to Goodson is high, 3-0. So Goodson ahead in the count. Really have the hit privilege here. Pitch is low, he walks, gets away. Runner is going to try to come home. Throw is late, and he scores, and it's 5-0. So Goodson walks. The runner comes home as the pitch got away. And still nobody out in the inning, 5-0. Coach Eric Brown out there to talk to his pitcher. Webb struggling and still in trouble. And that's going to bring up Parker Littlefield.
Now batting for Headland, number 13, Parker Littlefield.
So Littlefield steps in there with runners at first and third. Inside, runner goes from first, no throw through. So it's a stolen base. Goodson stands at second. That pitch gets away, but the runners do not advance. One and one the count. 5-0 here, bottom of the first. Headland in control. That pitch is high, 2-1. So Headland with a big inning here. The 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Second and third. There is a place to put him. Littlefield again awaits the 3-1. Tails outside, he walks.
Now batting, number 8, Connor Hutto.
So the bases are full for Connor Hutto, and now we're going to have a pitching change, I believe. And they're going to take the second baseman. And I believe he will come in to pitch. And I can't see a number yet. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to make a pitching change. And that is number 6, Quintarius Webb. He's getting his warm-up tosses in. Fans, don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer, and we need your help to get there. And when you like us on Facebook, we will keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all the social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Plus, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's JockJive.com. So Quintarius Webb in relief of Jamarcus Webb. 5-0, bases are loaded. And Connor Hutto will face the new pitcher. It has been all Headland in this one. Bottom of the first. So Webb gets his warm-up tosses done. And we're about ready to go here. So Hutto steps in, catcher wipes a little perspiration, puts his glasses back on. That's got to be tough with a catcher's mask, glasses, and about 95% humidity out here. Popped up. Second baseman drifts back, and he can't make the play. One run is going to score, and that's going to be another run in, and the bases are still full. Hutto reaches on a bloop single.
Now batting number 15, Boone Sumler.
And Boone Sumler steps in there. So the hits keep coming for Headland. That pitch is high, 1-0 the count. That pitch right back up the middle and sharp, right by the pitcher. One run will score. And they hold the runner. They play station to station. 7-0. Sumler with a single. That was sharply hit. Right back to the box.
Number 30, Xander Scoggins.
And now Xander Scoggins steps in there. 7 in, bases still full. And that one is smoked way back, and that's going to bring in a run. 2 runs as it's up against the fence, and it's 9-0. A double, 2 RBIs.
Now batting for Headland, number 9, Ty Barnes.
And Headland will bat around here as Ty Barnes steps in there. That pitch is high, gets away. Runner from third did not advance. And it's 9-0. pitch is cut on and missed. 1-1 to count. So Barnes pitches outside, 2-1. Runners at second and third, 9 in here in the bottom of the first. That pitch gets away. Again, the runner does not advance. 3-1 the count. Headland with a 9-0 lead. Barnes takes that pitch in there for a strike. Full count now. That pitch is raked, and that gets down for a single. 1 run comes in. They're going to wave the other runner. He comes home as the throw gets away. Barnes will take third. It's 11-0. And Headland has batted around. And now Justin Murphy, who started all this, steps back to the plate.
Now batting, number 10, Justin Murphy.
11-0 is your score. Headland is going to already wreck my score sheet here. That one is hit. Third baseman picks it up, throws, not in time, and another run scores, 12-0.
Now batting, number 3,
So
Mason
Murphy reaches.
Steele.
And now Mason Steele steps in there. 12-0. And that one is hit hard by the first baseman, and they say it hit the runner as he went by, so that'll be an out. It got the runner, Murphy. So the runner will be at first.
Now batting, number 7, Trent Weatherly.
So Trent Weatherly steps in there. So the runner stands at first. That's Steele. And Weatherly will step in there. Quintarius Webb ready. Weatherly hits that one hard, and that's in for a base hit. Gets by, runner's going to try to go to second to third, and the runner advances behind. Now the ball gets away, and another run is going to score. And it's 13-0. Weatherly with a base hit advances to third. Steele comes around the score as the ball got boxed around.
Now batting,
Connor
number
Jones.
1, Connor Jones.
Jones walked his first plate appearance in this inning. That pitch is inside. 1-0 the count. So Headland leading 13-0 here. That pitch is outside, gets away. Runner thought about coming, goes halfway, does not make it, now turns around. 2-0 the count. Headland with the world's longest inning. High. This one gets away. Runner does not advance. 3-0. So Headland all over Suburban West here. The 3-0 pitch is low and he walks. First and third here for Luke Nelson.
Now batting, number 2, Luke Nelson.
That pitch is high, 1-0 the count. Well, this has been really impressive by Headland. 13 big runs in the first. That one is smoked. And that one gets through for a base hit, and another run scores. 14-0.
Now batting, number 11, Jake Johnson.
And Jake Johnson. And Johnson cuts and fouls it. 0-1 the count. So Johnson with a chance to do more damage. That pitch is high. 1-1 the count. Headland has sent up 17 batters in this inning. And that one is smoked to the shortstop. Throws to short way and gets the out. So 2 out in the inning. Runner still at first and second. And now Cole Goodson steps in there.
Now batting, number 14, Cole Goodson.
Pitch is high, 1-0. Well, there's just not a lot you can say. Headland has put it to him here in the first. Took something off that pitch. Now the runner delays steal, goes from second to third. 2-0 the count. Pitch is high, 3-0. Parker Littlefield would be next. And the pitcher takes his hat off and fans himself. It's hot out there on that diamond. The 3-0 pitch is cut on and missed, 3-1. Headland looking to advance to play in the championship at 3 o'clock tomorrow. It looks good for them right now. That's a walk. Goodson reaches. And the sacks are full.
Now batting, number 13, Parker Littlefield.
So Parker Littlefield stands in there. That pitch is high, 1-0. Littlefield walked his first plate appearance. That one gets away. Runner does not advance. So a 2-0 count. Quintarius Webb, in relief of Jamarcus Webb, has not been the answer either. Headland looks like a mighty good team. That pitch is high, 3-0, no place to put him. Let's see if Littlefield will be taking or swinging here. Way outside, and that's a walk, and that means another run. 15-0. And they're out talking to the pitcher, and I believe we're going to have another pitching change. And this is going to be Shaw Applin in the pitch. So we'll step aside for a minute. 15-0 your score. 2017 Dixie Youth Major State Tournament from Troy, Alabama on JockJive. So Shaw Applin, the third pitcher here in the first inning for Suburban West. 15-0, bases still full. And Headland is looking mighty, mighty impressive. And Bellengrath and I believe Valley await the winner of that one.
Now batting, number 8, Connor Hutto.
So Connor Hutto stands in there with a 15-0 lead. Bases are juiced. Applin's first pitch, and that's through for a base hit. He pulled it through the hole. 1 run in, 2 runs are in. It's 17-0.
Now batting, number 15, Boone Sumler.
So Boone Sumler steps in there. 22 batters have batted here in the first inning. 17 to zip. Swings and misses. Runner goes from first. He steals the bag. Now they're going to say they're going to send him back. 0-1 the count. That pitch is high, 1-1. So Shaw Applin in there now, third pitcher. That pitch is outside, 2-1. Applin looks in, now to the plate. Outside, gets away. Runner from first goes to second. Runner from third goes halfway and now returns to the base. So Sumler awaits the pitch. He pops it back to the screen. Full count here. That pitch is tomahawked, and that will get down for a base hit. One run comes in to score. Runner stands at first, and the hits just keep on coming. An RBI for Sumler. It's 18-0.
Now batting, number 30, Xander Scoggins.
And Xander Scoggins steps in there. And that one's hit to center field. Center fielder jumps up and makes the catch, and the inning is finally over. But 18 big runs
now has 8 pitches.
come in. They strand a couple. We'll go to the top of the second. 18-0 Headline. 2017 Dix Youth Major State Tournament from Troy, Alabama, here on JockJive. Well, Suburban West, they have a mighty big mountain to climb. They trail at 18-0 here as we start the second inning. And Miles Geary will step in there to lead it off. And he hits that one to the second baseman and by for a base hit. Gary's going to go to second. And he's in there safely. That's going to bring up Branteris Manigan.
Now batting, number 4, Branteris Manigan.
So runner in scoring position for Manigan. That pitch is in there for a strike. That pitch is outside. 1-1 the count. So Suburban West, they do have a runner in scoring position. They stranded a couple in the first inning. That pitch is outside and it gets away, and the runner will advance to third. the pitcher pawing around out there, trying to get his landing spot back the way he likes it. Swung on and missed by Manigan. 2-2 the count. Quintarius Webb and Jakari Shuford next. And that is cut down swinging, first out of the inning. And now we're going to have a pitching change here. Again, they don't want to use up a lot of pitches, so they can change some pitchers around. And I believe that's what we're going to have. We're going to have a new pitcher coming in. So Headland is going to make a pitching change here. We'll step away. 2017 Dix Youth Majors State Tournament from Troy, Alabama, here on JockJive. So a new pitcher comes in. 18.
Now batting, number 6, Quintarius Webb.
So Quintarius Webb will step in there. 1 out, runner on third. That pitch is low, gets away. The runner tries to advance, but now turns around and goes back to third. And Connor Jones in there to pitch. And he has an 18-run lead. That one is popped up, and that's going to be served in for a base hit. Webb with a single and an RBI. And Suburban gets on the board. It's 18-1.
Now batting, number 7, Jakar Shuford.
Jakar Shuford stands in there. That pitch is in there for a strike. One out, one in, one on. Shuford's takes the next pitch for a strike, 0-2. Shaw Applin will be next. Swings and misses. And he goes and strikes out. 1,
now
2, 3,
batting,
sit down.
number 12, Shaw Applin.
So 2 outs in the inning. That pitch is outside. 1-0. So Shaw Applin steps in there. Next pitch is high. 2 balls on Applin. 2 outs. Runner stands at first, 1 in, heading there for a strike. Applin steps out, now looks back at his coach, now steps back in. High. 3-2. That pitch didn't count as the umpire wasn't ready. So now he's going to give him the signal to go, and the 3-2 pitch. Outside, and it's a walk. So runners will be at first and second.
Now batting, number 5, Tadarian Brown.
So Tadarian Brown will step in there. Outside, runner thought about going. Throw down, he did not go. 1-0 the count. Again, glad you've joined us here on JockJive for the Majors tournament. That one's pop foul out of play. 1-1 to count. Great job by the folks putting on the tournament here. Great hospitality. What a great facility to host this. And if you've not been to Troy, Alabama lately, it has grown some over the years. And of course, Troy Trojans. This is the home of the Troy Trojans. And he cuts and misses, and that's the inning. Brown goes down swinging.
Now has 15 pitches. Your pitcher now has 15
We'll go to the
pitches.
bottom of the second inning. 18-1 is your score. Headland on top. 2017 Dixie Youth Majors State Tournament from Troy, Alabama, here on JockJive. Fans coming later in July on JockJive.com. We'll have more Florida and Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball, the Dixie Youth World Series events, and Dixie Baseball State Tournaments and World Series, and so much more. Plus this fall, SWAC football, soccer and volleyball, Tuskegee football, Georgia Military College football, Great American Rivalries, high school football, the ACC game of the week, and more. A litany of reasons you need to come back to JockJive.com and come back often to see what we have going on. Shaw Applin completing his warm-up tosses. Headland put 18 on the board in the first. Let's see what they do here in the second. They've totally messed up my scorecard.
Number 9, Ty Barnes.
Ty Barnes will step in there. Barnes singled his first plate appearance. That pitch is high. 1-0 the count. So Headland looking to advance to the championship game, which will be tomorrow at 3 p.m. on this field. Two-0 count here to the leadoff batter. Took something off of that one, and it broke in there for a strike. 2-1 to count. Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second. An inside-out swing, and the throw over is in time, and he's out. So 1 out in the inning.
Now batting, number 10, Justin Murphy.
So leadoff batter Justin Murphy, who started everything, has singled twice. Murphy takes that first pitch high. It's 1-0. That pitch is low, 2-0. Headland just came out and took it right to him and has probably taken a lot of the steam out of the Suburban West team. But they are the champions of District 5. That pitch is high, 3-0. And again, you got to congratulate all these young people, their coaches, and the parents who support them, and the families that support them. A lot of effort to get here. That pitch is behind him, and he walks.
Now batting, number 3, Mason Steele.
So Mason Steele steps in there. That pitch is outside. Again, we're glad you've joined us here, and again, we congratulate all the teams that made it here to Troy. Only one can be the champion, and that one is grounded foul. Headland on top of this one. And they throw it down to second, nobody there. And the ball gets away, but the runner does not advance. Runner still at first, 1 out here. Headland on top, big. Steele, left-handed batter, 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled it away, 2-2 the count. So a 2-2 pitch about to be made here from Applin to Hill. And he fouls that one away. Little inside out swing. Steele awaits the 2-2 pitch. Tails outside. Now the runner goes down the second, and the ball gets away, and he's safe. 3-2 count here now to Mason Steele. And now we got a conference here going on. The manager for Suburban West comes out to talk to the first base umpire. Not sure what that is about. But it was a short conversation, and now we're almost ready to go. The 3-2 pitch about to be made to Mason Steele. Outside, and he walks. So runners will be at first and second.
Now batting, number 7, Trent Weatherly.
And Trent Weatherly will step in there. Weatherly has doubled and singled. And he hits that one, and it's foul down the third base line. 0-1 to count. Again, you look at your screen, bright sun setting down left field. We may have another 45 minutes or so to stare at it, depending on if the game goes that long. Applin kicks and fires, and that one is hit. And that one is gone. Weatherly just smoked one out of here in the gap in left and center, a 3-run shot. It's now 21-1. Could barely see that one leave because we're staring into the sunshine.
Now batting, number 1, Connor Jones.
So a 3-run homer, and Connor Jones steps in there, 21-1. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Applin again looks in. Delivers just off the plate. 1-1 to count. 21-1 is your score here. All Headland in the bottom of the second. They put 18 in the first. They have now scored 3 here in the second. Only 1 out in the inning. And Headland looks like a very good ball club. That one is hit, and that's going to get in for a base hit. Center fielder retrieves it, and it's another base hit for Connor Jones.
Now batting, number 2, Luke Nelson.
And Luke Nelson steps up there. Applin's first pitch to Nelson. He kicks and fires, and that one is grounded or popped up, excuse me, but I thought it was foul off the dirt.
Now batting,
But they
number
say
11,
it is a foul, and it's
Jake
caught.
Johnson.
2 outs. Johnson will step in there. So 2 outs in the inning. Johnson steps in there. Ball gets away. Runner will advance to second. So Johnson has a chance for an RBI here. That pitch is high. 2-0 to count. Again, we'll have the championship game tomorrow here on JockJive. And the AAA tournament still ongoing. That ball gets away. Runner will advance to third. And they'll crown a champion Monday, possibly Tuesday, depending on if there's the infamous if game. .30 pitch. Popped up. First baseman gives it a look, but it's foul, 3-1. Applin looks in for Suburban West, now delivers, and that's a shot, and that one is gone. A 2-run bomb for Johnson. It's 23-1. It is not getting any prettier for Suburban West.
Now batting, number 14, Cole Goodson.
And Cole Goodson steps to the plate. So we might have a pitching change here as Applin is being recalled from the mound. So while they make a change, we'll step away. 2017 Dixie Youth Major State Tournament from Troy, Alabama here on JockJive. Well, Rodney Richardson will come to the hill to pitch for Suburban West. 2 outs in the inning. Bases are clear after the home run. It's 23-1, 18 runs in the first, 5 here in the second on 2 home runs, a 3-run shot and a 2-run shot. And Cole Goodson will step in there. That pitch is high to the backstop, 1-0 the count. So Headland, for all the world, looking like they will advance to play at the 3 o'clock game tomorrow. And that one is ripped, but it's ripped foul. So Headland steps back in there, 1-1 the count. And that one is hit by the third baseman, and it's another base hit. And now Parker Littlefield will step in there.
Parker Littlefield.
That pitch is high. 1-0. And he insides out that one, and that one's going to get to the fence. They're going to hold the runner at second. Littlefield in with a double.
Now batting, number 8, Connor Hutto.
And that brings up Hutto. Two outs in the inning. The lead is 22. Hutto pops that one up, and it's going to get out of play. 0-1 to count. The 0-1 pitch outside, 1-1. And my friend who's doing the PA has a pretty good looking bit of food there. And he knows I can't eat because I'm talking. So he's torturing me here with chicken fingers and all the fixings. But if there's any left, just wait. That pitch is foul to the screen. 2-2 the count. Again, it's been Headland all day long here. They lead at 23-1. Suburban will come up to bat in the third, needing to climb a major hill. That pitch is high. 3-2. Rodney Richardson in relief. And that one is hit to the second baseman and through for a base hit. Another run will score. They're going to wave the other runner from second. 2 more have scored. It's 25-1. And now Boone Sumler will step in there.
Now batting, number 15, Boone Sumler.
That pitch is fouled. 0-1 to count. That one nicked him. Sumler hit by a pitch. Runners will be at first and second.
Now batting, number 30, Xander Scoggins.
So Xander Scoggins steps in there. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Chops that one foul down the third base line. 0-2 the count. Or Richardson 1 strike away from maybe getting out of this. Scoggins steps back in there, the 0-2 pitch. Outside, gets away, runners will advance. And that one is fouled back to the screen. We'll do the 1-2 over again. So the 1-2 pitch, and that one is hit over the second baseman, and it gets down for a base hit. A run will score. It's 26-1.
Now batting, number 9, Ty Barnes.
So Ty Barnes, who started everything off here, steps back into the plate. And that one is behind him, and it gets away. Runners will be at second and third. That pitch sweeps outside, 3-0 to count. Or is it 2-0? Let's see. That one's fouled to the screen. 2-1. And that one is hit to center field, and that's going to be in the gap. It again is going to get down. That's going to bring another run across. And the runner will stand at first. Barnes with a single and an RBI.
Now batting, number
And it's
10,
28
Justin Murphy.
to 1. And Justin Murphy stands back in there. One and 0 to count. in there for a strike, 1-1. Rodney Richardson in relief, fourth pitcher used, excuse me. That one breaks outside, went behind the batters. 1-1 to count. And that one is hit again in the hole. Everything they're hitting is finding its way. And that's another base hit. And
Now batting, number 3, Mason Steele.
And Mason Steele steps back in there. And he hits that one. And that one is going to get way out of here. Another bomb, 3-run homer. And that makes it 31-1. So Trent
Now
Weatherly
batting, number
will
7,
step in there.
Trent Weatherly.
So Weatherly steps in there. 13 more runs in the inning. And I know you never want to tell your team to stop playing, but it might be time to call off the dogs here for Headland. There is a 15-run rule here, as long as everybody has batted. And that one is skied to center field. Center fielder back, and that one top of the fence and goes over. It hit the top of the fence and bounced over. 32-1.
Now batting, number 1, Connor Jones.
Now Connor Jones steps in there. And the cloud is finally going to block the sun for me. Some thunderheads off in the distance. There's been some thunder in the bats for Headland. They lead it 32-1. And there are no balls for the home plate umpire. Headland has hit too many out of the park. We got to open up a new bag of balls. So Richardson is getting a little drink of some Gatorade or Powerade out there. And Connor Jones steps in there. That pitch is inside. Jones. Pitch is low. So Jones steps back in there. And that one is raked to center field. Bounces against the fence. And that's bounces over. So it'll be a double. And now Luke Nelson steps back in there. So runner at second, still 2 outs, 32-1.
Now batting, number 2, Luke Nelson.
Luke cuts and misses. 0-1 to count. And he tops that one to the shortstop, and he gets by. Runners will be at first and third. And they get the runner in a rundown, and they tag him out, and that ends the inning. Well, another big one. 32-1, we go to the top of the third. 2017 Dix Youth Major State Tournament here on JockJive.
Suburban West, your pitcher now has 37 pitches. 37 pitches.
So we're having a water break here, and again, we'll step aside. 2017 Dix Youth Majors Alabama State Tournament
5-minute heat
from
break.
Troy, Alabama on JockJive.com. Again, we're in a mandatory 5-minute heat break here. Teams are getting some water before we resume the top of the third. Headland on top 32-1 over Suburban West. Mike Flowers here with you on JockJive. Resume the action here in a couple of minutes. Headland will play at 3 o'clock tomorrow for the championship against an opponent to be determined. Suburban will come up for the third inning, and the 15-run rule will be in effect here. If you trail by more than 15 or more after your third at bat, the game will end. So the only person who hasn't bat is Zach Wixon. He will come up to lead it off, and then that will make the 15-run rule official. And my PA announcer friend is now working on the vegetables after he took the meat down early. And I stared down back at the table. There's not another box left, so I guess it's going to be McDonald's on the way home. Though I haven't had a hamburger from downstairs, I'm going to have to try one of those before. And I'm getting some thumbs up over there, so I might have to try one of those. Get a couple of those for the ride home to Eufaula here in a little bit. We're just about ready to get underway here. The mandatory 5-minute break is about over. Again, Headland has come out swinging, and they look pretty impressive here over Suburban West. Coach Jason Steele and his bunch. And unless Suburban West has a comeback of all time, this game is going to end in a few more outs. So the clock says 0, and nobody has taken the field here. So now he's waving, the umpire is waving his players out there. And we're just about ready to resume here. Xander Scoggins will be in on the hill. And Headland is about to start their warm-ups here. Wixon, Rodney Richardson, and Jamarcus Webb will be the 3 up for Suburban West. And there's a lot of smiles over there on the Headland side of the diamond. Again, both teams had a great season. One of their teams, Suburban West season, will come to an end here. Headland will advance to play tomorrow in the championship game at 3 o'clock on this field. Fans will be out with their tents and umbrellas and a lot of Gatorade and water. It'll be hot tomorrow afternoon. Throw down to second. We're about ready to go. Zach Wixon steps in there, the number 12 hole hitter.
Now batting, number 11, Zach Wixon.
So Headland on top big, 31 run lead. 32-1 is your score. Not unusual in youth baseball to see a game like this. You do see them from time to time. And that one is hit foul down the first base line. Wixon was trying to get on base. That pitch is cut on and missed. Excuse me, fouled at the plate. 0-2. That pitch is popped up. First baseman comes over. He grabs it in foul territory, and that's out number 1. And Rodney Richardson will step to the plate. So now we got a new pitcher coming in for Headland. I'm not sure who that is out there. Oh, nope, not a new pitcher. They just waved something. Cut on and missed by Richardson. Scoggins is still out there. They took a player out is what they did from in the field. That pitch is low, 1-1. Tap foul at the plate. So Rodney Richardson, who started at shortstop, pitched a little bit. And he taps that one foul down the third base line. Almost got a base hit there. Two and two the count. Well, 1-2 the ump says. Now it's 2-2. Pitch is high to Richardson. Full count now. So Richardson steps back in there. Thought it was a base on ball. It was not. Richardson hits that one to the third baseman. Bobbles it, throws. Will not be in time, and he reaches for the base hit. So 1 out, a runner at first.
Now batting, number 12, Jamarcus Webb.
So Jamarcus Webb steps in there. He swings and misses. Runners almost strayed from first. They throw behind him. 0-1 to count to Webb. That pitch is high. Next pitch about to be made, and that one is tap foul at the plate. 2-strike count now to Jamarcus. Caden Morrell stands on deck. To center field. Center fielder goes back. He makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, number 9, Caden Morrell.
So Caden Morrell steps in there. So Morrell's there with one runner on first, 2 outs. In there for a strike. And that pitch is tapped to the first baseman. He's just going to wait and tag the runner. And that is your game. Headland has advanced to the championship game with a tremendous victory against Suburban West. They win this one big, 32-1 here, as Headland will advance to play in tomorrow's championship game. Suburban West season comes to an end.
Headland will play tomorrow
That
at
is
3
your
o'clock on
Dixie Youth
Field 3.
Major State Tournament,
For both teams,
and we'll
please
have
go
a
to your
champion
respective foul
crowned
lines.
tomorrow. Again, congratulations to Headland. Congratulations to Suburban West on a great year, but their season comes to an end. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. This is Mike Flower saying you've been involved with Dixie Youth Major State Tournament here on JockJive. Have a good evening, everyone.